Okay. Turns out it wasn't a clone or genjutsu or substitution or any Uchiha technique. Not even Hashirama's special technique that he just conveniently gave to Sasuke. He was really stabbed, and he is going to die. Huh. I was wrong. My bad.
I was expecting a bit of a more reaction for you. I mean, everybody's freaking out over this. It's a pretty big deal.
True, but I'm not like everybody else. Hey guys, LunarSpawn27 here, bringing you Naruto chapter 662, The End of Reality. So the chapter begins with Gaara carrying Naruto towards wherever the hell he's going. And back with Sasuke, he is seriously stabbed. No genjutsu, no shadow clone, no substitution or Uchiha power-up, no Hashirama jutsu or anything. He was seriously stabbed. I really thought that he was going to get out of this somehow, but nope, he's really injured. So in the next page we get a Buddha statue? What?
Well, that explains why nobody else tried to help Naruto and Sasuke. They're all preoccupied over this thing.
Yeah, but this is Hashirama's Senjutsu technique. The Shinsuusenju, the giant Buddha statue that Hashirama summoned while in his Wood Sage mode when he fought against Madara during the Valley of the End. And Madara can't be the one who summoned this thing because he got stabbed by those chakra rods. Who the hell summoned this thing?
He did.
What? Swirly Zetsu? He summoned the Shinsuusenju? Isn't that a Sage Mode technique? Where? How?
Lunar, I know you got a million questions, but you gotta get on with the review, remember?
Okay. Maybe the more I do the review, the more answers I get for my questions. Okay, so anyway, the Shinsuusenju was summoned by Swirly Zetsu. Yes, he is back, but I'll get to him later. The Shinsuusenju attacks the allied shinobi forces. The Raikage manages to slice off one of its hands, but I guess because of chakra exhaustion, he falls down to the ground. With the Mizukage, however, she gets flicked by the Shinsuusenju, knocking her back. It seems Swirly Zetsu was sent to stall the allied shinobi forces, to make sure they don't interfere while Madara deals with Naruto and Sasuke. However, he reminds them that his question has not been answered by anyone. And what is this question? How does it feel to take a poop? Swirly Zetsu just assumes that it's the same as killing someone, feeling an overwhelmed sense of serenity and relief. Yes, taking a dump is the equivalent of killing. What is up with this guy? Why is Swirly Zetsu so goddamn obsessed with poop? I mean, in the Obito flashback, I can understand because he was first introduced and, it was kind of funny, but now this is just getting ridiculous. You know what, fuck it. Moving on. The 5 Buddha heads on the Buddha headband, each of them apparently can use a different element. Think of it as Kakuzu's masks, how each one can use a different element. So the Buddha heads on the headband open their mouths to unleash 5 elemental techniques at the allied shinobi forces. However, Sarutobi, yes, we're gonna see the Sarutobi fight, pretty cool. He summons 4 shadow clones, and each Sarutobi uses a different element. So Sarutobi is capable of using multiple elemental jutsus. All 5 of them, apparently. That's pretty impressive, but kind of baffles me, really. Because the most we've seen so far of people ever using, truly using, not like some sort of like special exception, were 3. And we know that, if you combine 2, you get a bloodline, a Kekkei Genkai, and if you combine all 3, you'd get a bloodline expansion. And I was completely unaware that Sarutobi is capable of using elemental jutsu from all 5 elements. Because last time I checked, he could use earth style, water style, and I think he used fire style. Yeah, he used fire style. I've never recalled him using lightning style or wind style before. And if he's capable of using 5 different elemental jutsus, then why haven't we seen him go to that extent when he fought against the Orochimaru and the Edo Tensei Hokage? Wait, I just realized something. The Mizukage, she not only has lava style, but she has vapor style jutsu. But ever since this war started, she only used water style and lava style. She hasn't used her second bloodline in this war. I'm pretty sure that acid mist thing might have come in handy, but I guess because she's outside and doesn't want to risk it because of everybody here. But is that all that vapor style can do? Unless she has like a different kind of vapor style jutsu? Seriously, what the hell? Why isn't the Mizukage using that vapor style jutsu or a different one? Well, anyway, according to Shikamaru, it seems that Sarutobi is the only one capable at this point to fight back, since everybody else is running low on chakra, even though they still have Kurama's chakra. If Naruto had Kurama extracted from him, how come the chakra from Kurama and Naruto is still there with everybody else? Wouldn't it have disappeared? Or is this some sort of little loophole thing that I don't get? According to Shikamaru, if Sarutobi falls, then they are royally fucked. So they gotta focus all their attention against the giant Buddha statue and Swirly Zetsu. So meanwhile, with Orochimaru, Jugo, and Suigetsu and Karin, they're hiding behind a rock observing everything of what's going on. Wait, wasn't Jugo with Sasuke earlier? I guess Jugo went to Orochimaru and the others. Suigetsu says that this was their chance. I'm assuming their chance to get out of the way and head towards Sasuke. However, Orochimaru tells him not yet. He was observing Swirly Zetsu, and it seems that he's very suspicious of him. With Karin, she is freaking out over something, and that something happens to be Sasuke. I guess with her abilities, she was aware of Sasuke's situation. So this would mean that Orochimaru won't have any more time observing Swirly Zetsu and will have to focus on getting to Sasuke as quickly as possible. With Ino and Kiba, they were able to sense what is going on with Naruto, which is odd because everybody has the Kurama chakra. So if Ino and Kiba were sensing what is going on, why is nobody else? Since they're all connected with Naruto and Kurama's chakra. Gaara flies Naruto towards the Allied Shinobi forces, but he's not there to drop him off. He's actually there to pick up Tsunade so that she could recuperate him on their way to their actual destination. However, according to Tsunade, she doesn't have enough chakra needed to use medical ninjutsu. Sakura is the only one so far that has some chakra left. So Gaara is going to take Sakura to his actual destination, and while they're flying there, Sakura is going to try to recuperate him. So Gaara doesn't have a lot of time to explain, so he just tells Sakura to get on and they fly off. However, before they do, we see Hinata, who's using her Byakugan to observe Naruto's condition. From what she's seen, Naruto's heartbeat has gotten incredibly weak. She runs towards him, but she trips because chakra exhaustion or something, or maybe she wasn't looking where she was going. Okay. While she was running towards Naruto, Sakura, and Gaara have already flown off. Hinata, while on the ground exhausted, she's starting to feel really bad, thinking, brother asked me to protect Naruto. I guess she feels guilty that she wasn't able to protect Naruto. By the way, the brother she was referring to, Neji. The white Zetsu clone appears with Swirly Zetsu, saying that even though Naruto is an Uzumaki, whenever a Jinchuriki gets their Bijou extracted, the Jinchuriki will die no matter what. So it has been confirmed that Naruto is going to die. Even if he is an Uzumaki, he won't survive for very long. Back with the Ghetto Mazo statue, it teleports away to somewhere, probably to an unknown location so it won't get attacked like last time. Sasuke falls down to the ground, but even with that sword wound to the heart, he still is trying to get up, but he's not really having a lot of luck. He gets flashbacks of Itachi saying his final words to him before he disappeared, still trying to get up, but once again, he falls. Madara tells Sasuke that this was the end for him, to be defeated by his own hands. He drops Sasuke's sword and just walks away. Sasuke once again thinks about Itachi and what he said. No matter how much darkness and contradictions burden the village, I will always be Konoha's Uchiha Itachi. Sasuke vowed that Itachi's reason for living will not end here. His thoughts saying, to make a true village so I can show them what a true Kage is. He still tries to at least move or at least crawl, but he can't because of that sword wound to the heart dealt by by Madara. Meanwhile, with Naruto, Sakura is trying to recuperate him with whatever chakra she has left. But we all know that Naruto is going to die, and Sakura is starting to run out of chakra, despite her best efforts. Karin, on the other hand, is freaking out, aware of what happened to Sasuke, and the chapter ends where we see both panels of Karin and Sakura saying that both Naruto and Sasuke will die. So yeah, that is Naruto chapter 662. What did I think? I thought this chapter was pretty good, but this isn't something that I am going to freak out over. There was some great tension, especially revolving around Naruto and Sasuke being on their deathbeds. But here's the thing, Naruto and Sasuke are main characters. Sasuke has yet to unleash that so-called jutsu that Hashirama lent to him that was supposed to stop Madara. We don't know what that jutsu is, and it would be a complete cop-out if Sasuke were to die not knowing what the jutsu that Hashirama gave to him. So Sasuke might survive this somehow. Not sure how, but maybe Orochimaru and the others will go there and Karin will heal Sasuke, because so far I think they're the only ones that still have some chakra left over. As for Naruto, it's still been stated that Naruto might receive Minato's other half of Kurama's chakra for him to survive, but it hasn't really been confirmed where Gaara, Sakura, and Naruto are heading. This was probably something that Kurama told to Gaara before he disappeared inside the Geromazo statue. And it hasn't really been confirmed whether a Jinchuriki can come back to life if they regained some of the chakra of the Bijou. But it's still a possible theory of how Naruto will survive. And since Naruto is the main character, I mean the series is named after him after all, if he does die, then he probably won't stay dead for long. See, this is why I'm not freaking out over this, because I know that since Naruto and Sasuke are main characters, if they were supposedly to die, they wouldn't stay dead for long. And plus, who else is gonna defeat Madara? There's also been a rumor that Sakura might do what Chiyo did to Gaara, sacrificing her life in exchange for Naruto's. That's also a possibility, but since when would Sakura have the time to learn about Chiyo's jutsu? Furthermore, if Sakura were to die, I'm pretty sure the fanboys and fangirls will be incredibly pissed. Then again, the Sakura haters will cheer when this happens, so if this were to happen, one side will be pissed off either way. I did like the fact that we get to see Sarutobi showing off his skills, especially since he rarely appeared in this for quite a while, especially now that the first two Hokages have been incapacitated at the moment. Minato, he's probably still dealing with Obito. But then you get the return of Swirly Zetsu. We have not seen this guy ever since Obito put him on and came in contact with Yahiko, Nagato, and Konan. And that was like over 16 years ago. Where the hell was Swirly Zetsu this whole time? He just popped out of nowhere. I know Kishimoto came up with this idea because we were wondering where the hell was the rest of the Allied Shinobi forces when Sasuke and Naruto were dealing with Madara, but this just made me feel like I missed a chapter. Also, since when can Swirly Zetsu use Wood Sage mode? Because he just summoned the Shinsuusenju. That's a Wood Sage mode technique. So while reading this chapter, I did come up with some possible theories. Orochimaru in this chapter was observing Swirly Zetsu. Maybe he is aware of something about him. I'm not sure. Maybe it's got something to do with that previous experiment he did with the Senju DNA cells. In the previous chapter, White Zetsu said that the insides felt all good when Madara asked him what was going on over there. So maybe Swirly Zetsu possessed somebody? Granted, the White Zetsus are made out of Hashirama Senju's DNA cells, so maybe that is why Swirly Zetsu is capable of using Senjutsu. I'm not sure, but there have been some rumors that Swirly Zetsu has possessed somebody. It can't be Obito because he's dealing with Black Zetsu. It can't be Hashirama because he got stabbed by those chakra rods. So who else could it be? It might be Obito, but what about Black Zetsu? What happened to him? If it's not Obito, then what? Is it Yamato? Because if it is Yamato who's being possessed by Swirly Zetsu, I will laugh my ass off, especially since he hasn't appeared in over 200 chapters, especially since I've read in the J Room, according to Zayn Z3, he is supposedly dead. Well, either way, I just hope that Kishimoto explained what took Swirly Zetsu so long since he hasn't made an appearance for over 16 years in the Naruto timeline. Now, back with Hinata, I really didn't see what the point is of showing her. I mean, don't get me wrong, I don't hate her, it's just, to me, it felt like her appearance was to make the situation even more dire. I do kind of feel bad for her, but what can Hinata do if she does travel along with Sakura, Naruto, and Gaara? She could probably use the Juken to jumpstart his heart if it does give out. Maybe she can check his vital signs with the Byakugan, but Sakura's there and she's a medic ninja, so yeah. Also, if Tsunade was out of chakra, wouldn't she have aged? Wouldn't her Hyakugo disappeared? So maybe she might have had a little bit of chakra left over. Also, why is it that she looked calm in this chapter? Maybe she's not aware of Naruto's situation, but yeah, I was expecting more of a reaction for Tsunade. And I really don't want to talk about this, but this is something that I've heard people were saying. Because of the last page and how the panels were portrayed, that means that, oh, Naruto and Sakura are officially canon, or Sasuke and Karin are officially canon. Yeah, this is what I gotta say.
Oh my god, who the hell cares?
To me, the final page just shows two female characters being worried about two male characters. Two main male characters, mind you. Sakura is trying to do everything she can to save Naruto's life, even if it is futile because, Kurama being extracted by Naruto and all. But this is as comrades, not as his potential lover. And as with Karin and Sasuke, obviously Karin is freaking obsessed with Sasuke. She's not in love with him, she's freaking obsessed. Even if he tried to kill her, she will just go right back to him wanting that Uchiha D. If you guys think I'm being harsh on Karin, this was the girl who's so goddamn focused on copying a feel on Sasuke while everybody was dying trying to deal with the freaking Jubi and Madara and Obito a couple of chapters ago. Kishimoto teases the fanbase of which character ends up with who, to the point where I just gave up with the whole fan pairing things. I don't care who Naruto ends up, I don't care who Sakura ends up, I don't even care who Sasuke ends up. As long as Kishimoto just stops teasing the fan base to cause these potential fan pairing wars in this series. So overall, I still thought this chapter was pretty good, although there were parts that did kind of confuse me and felt like I missed something, but despite that, it was still pretty good. So yeah, that is Naruto chapter 662. Tell me guys, what do you think of this week's chapter? Did you like it? Did you hate it? I'm not gonna bother asking the obvious. I'm just gonna say, how did you feel when you read the last page? Let me know in the comments below. Be sure to like the video if you like it, and subscribe for more videos, and be sure to check out my Facebook fan page and Google+. Also, Naruto is going on break, so we won't get the next chapter until the week after the next. So yeah, that is Naruto chapter 662. I'm Lunar Spawn 27, and I will see you guys later. Bye.